I just started jujitsu a few months ago. Do you have any tips for beginners? Ooh, I do. Go as much as you can. And ask questions. Ask questions to your teammates. And drill stuff, you know, before a class. But yeah, just be consistent and it'll get better and you'll get so much better, so much faster. And I went to one jiu-jitsu class and the senior members were kind of annoyed that they had to help me with basic stuff, LOL. All of the people who act annoyed that they have to help the lower belts and the new people they're completely forgetting all of the people that helped them when they were a white belt, because no one starts at a sport not a beginner. Everyone's a beginner at some point. And so while you're a beginner, you hopefully don't forget those who help you and spend time to work with you, because then it's your turn to pay it forward when you become more advanced. I mean, hello? You used to be a lowly beginner who knew nothing about the sport, and you are no longer that beginner. It's not because you did it all yourself. You had teammates who helped you. So what the hell's your problem? Help the new kids. That's frustrating. That exists everywhere though. Unfortunately, it exists everywhere. You just gotta find good people. And if you're at a place that is filled with that sort of environment and that vibe, then you're at the wrong place and you can find a different one. Because there's already a level of anxiety that you have when you're going to a group class, especially when it's like a physical sport like jiu-jitsu. You don't wanna, you wanna fit in and you wanna get good and you wanna not be a burden to your teammates, but you also like are beginners. So you have to like work with that. And if people make that harder on you, that just sucks. You know, that just sucks. And it's not specific to sports either, yeah. Exact thing happens sometimes with nurses and nursing students. Yeah, like, did you forget that you used to be in my shoes? It's people being selfish and not having empathy. It sucks, but it happens so much in nursing that it's common to hear nurses eat their young. Yeah, that sucks, man. It sucks. You know what? I've also experienced this in different kind of experiences in my life and different settings of my life. And I'm not gonna like go into detail and stuff, but like, you wanna like get involved in something, or you know nothing about a hobby that you're trying to get into, whether it's whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. And people take notice of the fact that you're trying to get more involved, or you're trying to learn, or you're trying to contribute. And because you don't know maybe as much as they do, or you haven't done it as long as they've done it, or you're younger than they are, they somehow, for whatever reason, feel incredibly threatened, and then it becomes like a really unwelcoming and almost hostile and sometimes passive-aggressive situation where you're just like, this has nothing to do with you. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do something here. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to get involved, whatever. And that sucks. And there are people like that everywhere. In many, many situations, and a lot of workplaces too, I imagine too. And it's like gatekeeping too. It's like, it's someone else's thing, so it can't be your thing. Just all you have to do, and all you really can do, is just like remember how it felt when you were a beginner at something and someone helped you when they didn't have to, right? That's as simple as I can paint the picture. It's like, when you were starting at something, you were anxious, you were bad at something, you were unknowledgeable, you were nervous, and someone took the time to help you. And now you're none of those things. You've graduated, and now it's your turn to remember that and pay it forward. When I tried to learn guitar, some people shamed me because I didn't know a lot. What a weird vibe that is. It exists everywhere, everywhere. Gaming, all sorts of workplaces. And literally all you can do is just like do your best to not get, dragged down by people who want to act like that. And then also on the contrary, like you want to be a part of like what you wish you had. So if no one's giving you that support, give it to someone else and it'll come back around. I found a lot in weightlifting and gymming, especially as a woman. People are so quick to form check and critique like you aren't practicing and learning all the time. Yeah, that's actually, I missed that. That's 100% true in the fitness and the wellness or workout world, it's 100% a thing. Yeah. What's weird to me is like people spend time and energy trying to, like make you feel small instead of literally not doing that. It costs them $0 to not do that, and they do it, and it's weird. It's weird to me because it's like, what is so? Are you bored? You want to always be like the change you wish to see in the world, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like it tests you, and you get angry, and you feel like completely picked on and attacked, and it's like I don't want to be nice to someone, but you just got to move on, you know. It's hard, man. It's hard. And talk about it. It's healthy to talk about it. I want to preface this. Like, a lot of people deal with this shit on a very serious level. Workplace. A lot of workplaces, really toxic situations like this happen. And then, of course, hobbies and like interests and like going to the gym and doing sports and other things that you do in your life. Like, this sort of shit exists way worse for a lot of people in way worse ways than I have experienced. So I'm not, whatever, but it does make me think sometimes, because like I do jujitsu. I've done jujitsu for almost 7 years, and I love it. It's like I'm so grateful to have this sport as an adult to compete and to have that outlet, and I just love it. But I think to myself sometimes, what if I had quit? And it would have been very easy to, because I had gone to a few different schools that were really not great environments, and people didn't care about me. They didn't care about whether I showed up the next day. They didn't care about maintaining a level of sportsmanship within the class. It was always hyper competitive and not welcoming to new students and fostering a learning environment and a safe environment. And so many people try it and have those bad experiences and then will never go back. And you can't blame them either. You literally can't blame people who have that happen, because it's so fucked up and it's miserable and it's traumatizing. And so why would anyone want to revisit that? Because they've been completely conditioned to think that that environment is bad. Why would I go back to it? And this is not just what I'm talking about. This is kind of universal, but I think about that sometimes, and how when you have a positive experience, it's because someone chose to make that experience positive for you or help you make it a positive experience. And it could have made the biggest difference in your life. And they have no idea that they did that to you, but that's the power of like, trying to cultivate that environment and be kind when you don't have to. Things like sports can put you in such a vulnerable position with those negative experiences happen. Yeah. Yeah. You always remember how people make you feel good and bad. So always make sure you're the person that helps others have good experiences. Yeah, I like that so much. Yeah. Off topic, but finally subscribe. Thank you for the sub. Are your nails matte or glossy? Both. So like they're both. I'm glad we're having this convo, because I'm currently figuring out life after an experience like this, and it's hard. Yeah, and I know a lot of you in chat, whether you're here now or you're here later or whatever, a lot of you have gone through this. You're going through this on many different levels, and you're not alone, and I empathize with that, and I'm sorry you're going through it. I'm sorry people act the way they act, but all you can do is, try to understand why it happens and just be a part of the good side of things and make others feel good, versus how they might have made you feel and fucked you up a little bit. Some people get high off a power trip. Yeah. I mean, the reality is, and what sucks, because it's this like horrible never-ending cycle, but it doesn't have to be never-ending, but it's this cycle of like the people who do that, the people who act that way and are toxic and gatekeepy and shit like that, is they probably were treated like that too by someone, and then they didn't like it and didn't go to therapy, and now they're just doing that to someone else. And then it's like, no one's happy. They're making someone else feel bad, and they're not happy inside. They're more miserable than you are, even after the fact. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Humans are fucked, man. Humans are... That's why I prefer to be a rat. Yes. Yes. Can Turtle sit in your lap with this positivity? Yes, I'm gonna get Turtle, hold on. All we can do here is just like join forces and try to make others have positive experiences out in the world. Anyway, the lesson of this conversation is, you know, just be nice to those people around you all the time, no matter what. If you're doing something and you're not a beginner at it, be nice and help the beginners if they need it. Never put people down. Because it literally costs $0 to not be a dick and become a rat. That's also a lesson. Not a human. Humans are bad. Rats are good.